I mean, if I ever find myself putting first, my next stop will be a high bridge.
Dad!
One step.
Dad!
Yeah. I will know that I have hit rock bottom. Hello, Scout Francesca.
Hello.
How be ye?
Good, how are you?
Mm-hmm. Quite well, thank you. Quite well.
Good.
Kind of you to ask, etc. I knew a guy who always used to say that all the time after everything.
Etc.?
Etc., yeah. And he would say, is concerned, etc. Yeah, it was
like
weird.
In the third person?
It was weird. No, I'd just say like, well, and then the Leafs played a good game last night. Is concerned, etc. Yeah.
What?
Yep.
Well, he was an odd fella.
Yeah. I mean, it was more that verbal tick. Other than that, he wasn't that odd.
Like Billie
really.
Eilish?
Does Billie Eilish have a verbal tick? No, not like that. Not Tourette's.
Oh.
No. I'm assuming that's what you're referring to.
Yeah, Billie Eilish has Tourette's.
Billie Eilish has a bit of Tourette's.
Yeah, but she controls it really well. Like, sometimes it happens on stage from bright lights.
Mm-hmm.
But the bright lights are really the only trigger. And that's
interesting.
Like during interviews and stuff, obviously the lights are very bright because they need to get the best angle and the lighting and everything. Sometimes during interviews it sets it off.
Huh. Yeah, I imagine they have to do some post-op on some of her interviews if she gets going.
Yeah.
She's cool, man. I like her.
I love her.
All right, then.
All right. Hi, this is
preamble.
Scout. Yeah. So, hi, this is Scout.
And William.
From Hypermentilating.
The podcast.
A show that follows life and change.
Through the eyes. Yeah, there you go.
Of a father.
You caught me off guard there. And a daughter.
Join us as we find our way.
Together.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, first topic
Gloriously
of the day.
together.
Yep. First topic of the day is...
Remember that guy? Glorious. It's glorious.
No.
Remember that cartoon? The General? In that, what was that? It was a cartoon on TV we watched for a while. They were from outer space, and they took over a house on Earth. And there was a big general guy, and he would always say, "It's glorious."
American Dad?
No. Mattis, you remember that? No, what was that? All right, never mind.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, first topic of the day is something I'd say pretty interesting. A little backstory to why this topic came to be is because this morning I woke up and I was like, oh yeah, I remember something that I had been meaning to talk to you about. And so I came upstairs and I was like, Dad, did you hear about the Louvre being stolen in like 7 minutes? Yeah, robbed. And then I was like, oh, we should talk about that in the podcast. So I came and I wrote it down on our little notes.
You sure did.
And that's how it came to be. So I think I'd like to start us off.
And the topic was born.
Yep.
People now know the intricate, complex backstory of topics.
Yep. So
how they come to be, how they're introduced into the world.
Yep.
Yeah.
So,
this is how it's going to be the whole episode, Irish.
That's nice. So I think that I'd like to start us off, if you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Okay. So
matter of fact, I encourage that.
Okay. The Louvre is, in case you don't know, a place where, in France, where there's a bunch of very historical artifacts. They're kept there in like glass boxes.
I believe it's the biggest museum in the world.
Yeah. And there's a lot of paintings, and you might know it from the glass pyramid behind it, which is also part of the Louvre.
He was a Chinese American architect. Yeah.
Cool.
IMP.
That's
his name was I.M.P.E.I. So I'm sure that's pronounced pay or something like that.
Yeah, not
But
P.
it's so much more fun to say IMP. All right then.
And
that was controversial when they first unveiled that. People were like, "What that upside?"
Really?
Oh yeah.
I think it's awesome.
I do too, and I think most people agree now that it's pretty cool.
You might know the Louvre as being the home of the Mona Lisa.
True.
Which we were also talking about this morning, but we'll get into that too, because it's part of the Louvre.
It certainly is.
Basically, the whole backstory of the topic was because last week I was scrolling on my TikTok page, as one does, Actually, I was in the STEM section.
As you do.
Call me friend. Call me genius. You might as well.
All right.
And I saw a video talking about how the Louvre was broken into in like 7 minutes and stolen, and it was robbed. And so I just didn't think anything of it because I was like, the internet's a cesspool. It could be fake. I was like, whatever. A couple days later, I saw another video on it. So I was like, that's strange. And then yesterday I saw another one. I was like, hey, I need to investigate this now. So I investigated it. I saw the footage of them doing it. I was like, you can literally hear their footsteps on the footage. Like, it's not like they're being sneaky in like a full black costume. Like they just clipped off the things on the box, took the jewelry, put it in a box, and left.
Drove a mechanical ladder up to a balcony and slapped that up.
Yeah.
Rode up.
I mean, you'd have to think that they were studying, like...
They must have had some idea of what they were doing, for sure.
Yeah. And I was thinking, it's, to me, maybe not to anybody else, but to me, I think it's quite, like, maybe not sad's the right word, but I think it's upsetting that those pieces of history are probably never going to be seen again, you know? Like, because your argument was that, I mean, they were just... It's just jewelry from, like, someone. But I think that it's upsetting because not only was that someone's jewelry, but that's also a piece of history that we'll never get back. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that was...
I do.
Like, that's a historical piece that is now being... the gems are probably being sold on eBay.
I do.
Like...
But I just feel like if they were stealing a painting that's a one-of...
I think that would be worse. A lot worse.
A lot of those gems and jewelry, like, if you look at the history of it, like, they're gifts to queens and things like this. And a lot of these people were terrible people, and they're more bribes is what they are. They were. Right? And they're just pretty trinkets that were slapped together. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about what their worth really is, right?
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. I just don't feel that attached to some jewelry. I think it was funny that they dropped some.
Yeah, fun fact, the crown that they stole...
they dropped some on their
that has more than
getaway.
1,300 diamonds was later found outside the museum, damaged but recoverable.
At first they said they escaped on scooters, which also made me laugh.
Yeah.
Like, when you think about it, I was thinking about it, it's not... At first they were making out like it was the Thomas Crown affair, like that's an old movie, it's a goofy reference, I guess, but like it's some huge intricate heist that could only be performed by the world's greatest. Zip lines and really, like, they went in, they looked around, they went to the window, and they're like, huh. And then they looked around and they realized there was no security and there was hardly any cameras, and that all you'd have to do is break the glass. And
yeah, I mean, when you think about it,
it's kind of a crime of opportunity.
Yeah.
Although there seems like maybe there was some alarms down that maybe they had some inside info on that there'd be alarms down. But other than that, I don't think it was some... That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I mean...
It makes me laugh.
I saw a video of this woman and she was recording her view from her hotel. And she was recording... You could see the Louvre and it was like this whole strip in front of the water. It was a beautiful video.
Yeah.
And then the caption was, I recorded this video to send to my husband, not realizing that I caught the heist on camera. And if you zoom into the spot, you can see the ladder thing.
Yeah. It's kind of awesome.
Yeah. Like, honestly, I get it. You know, they stole, like, historical pieces, and it's quite crazy. I mean, come on now. But it's also, like...
Honestly, though, other than to a few people, what's the loss?
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like
there's so many. The Louvre would take you... it's something like, if I read one time, if you spent like 5 minutes or 10 minutes at each piece or each painting or something, it'd take you 175 days to go through the Louvre. Like, it's insanely big, right? Insanely big. It started out as its foundations were from like the 11th or 12th century.
Yeah, I read that.
Yeah, and then that's long gone, I suppose. Yeah. But there's some remains of it probably underneath of the foundations, like the old 12th century foundations. And then it was, for a while, it was like a palace, and it's grown, and each king added to it, and it's quite a place.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's also kind of like, I've read something, every piece in there put together is worth like hundreds of millions of dollars.
Billions.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think it's in the billions now, like 30 or 40 billion dollars.
It's worth so much money.
Yeah.
So much money. And it's gross when you think about it. Like, that whole museum, like you said, is worth billions. And there's people in the world, billions of people in the world,
for sure,
that have nothing.
Nah,
and there's museums that have billions. Like, literal inanimate objects that could be shattered by dropping them on the floor.
Yeah.
And there's people starving.
Oh, for sure.
Literally people every day dying because they don't have enough nutrients in their body.
Yeah.
And there's museums worth billions.
Oh, no question.
So when you think about it, like, these guys, maybe they needed it. Maybe they needed that money. Like,
it seems like they were underworld criminals. Like, I think this is probably going to be a greasy, gross. Like, I don't think this is going to be a
There's
romantic
a lot
thing.
more to it.
Yeah, these guys are. This is going to be gross. This is going to be gross.
My teachers, we used to do this thing, a virtual field trip, where every month or something like that, we'd go on a virtual field trip. And I'm pretty sure one day we did the Louvre. It was very cool to see. Very cool.
Maybe we'll go one day.
Yeah.
I've been there a couple of times.
I mean, it's so bad.
It's overwhelming. I found it to be overwhelming just because there's so much there. Like, there's just so much. And there's the thing that most interested me is some of the paintings, how big they are. Like, they're enormous, like 20 feet high, 60 feet long. Like, they're crazy big. And then some of the stuff is just amazing. It's beautiful. And then other things are like, ugh. Yeah. That's just taking up space.
Let's be honest, the only reason this is in here is because it's thousands of years old.
That's just taking up space. The Mona Lisa is like way behind.
Yeah, that was the other thing I wanted to talk about, because I saw another thing while I was investigating this whole heist. Saying heist makes it sound like Mission Impossible, where he's like being dropped down to steal a diamond.
For sure.
Like,
makes it way cooler.
But there's
a big heist.
Yeah.
See? Yeah. Yeah, coppers.
The video is very underwhelming.
The movie will be much better.
Much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw a video and it was this woman, and it was like POV. I go live after I stole from the Louvre, and it's like, yeah, that's a great question. Who would I want to play me in the movie? I think Zendaya would be a great option, but we kind of stole in like 7 minutes, so it'd be kind of an underwhelming movie. Maybe a documentary would be better. It was very funny. Anyways, the Mona Lisa. I saw another video, and there was this woman, she was filming it. It's the Mona Lisa here on one side, and then on the other side, it's this beautiful, giant, like 20-foot tall painting, and it's just beautiful. Like, it's just, you can just tell it took like months to paint. Like, it's so intricate and detailed, and it's beautiful. And then on the other side, and on the side that I was just talking about, there's like 20 people, maybe even less. Yeah. And on the other side, behind like bulletproof glass, and it's all guarded off, like, there's the Mona Lisa. Yeah. And there's hundreds of people swarmed around it. And it's just crazy to think, like, on one side there's this beautiful, intricate painting, and on the other side it's just some random woman that got a portrait done of her. Like, we don't know anything about her.
Yeah, it's kind of how the world is, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that, especially today, things take on a life of their own. People say it's good, so therefore it's good.
It is good, yeah.
I mean, Da Vinci's a genius.
Yeah, we're not saying that it's a bad painting.
And I'm sure art stands, they've been breaking it down for centuries, and the strokes here, and this is brilliant. But at the end of the day, it's a little 12. I don't even know how big it is. It's not very big at all.
It's quite tiny.
Yeah, and it's it just. It's only in the last century that it's taken on this renown, right? Like 100 years or so ago, an Italian dude stole it, just walked in, took it off the wall, and took off with it. It wasn't protected at all because it was just considered, like, well, it's a Da Vinci, so that's awesome because Leo, he was the king, man. Mm-hmm. But now it's just taken on this life. Like, there's no way. It's subjective. Is that the greatest painting in the Louvre?
Yeah.
Probably not.
I think it's so cool. I could think in my head about history for hours and hours because I just truly think it's such a beautiful thing to think about, like like there's art out there that hasn't been discovered, and
Yeah.
you know what, maybe might never be discovered.
Oh, for sure.
Like there's architecture from hundreds of thousands of years ago still up, like ruins and temples from the Mayans and the Aztecs, and like that's literally history from hundreds of thousands of years ago. Like that's our people that made that. You know, the first calendar, the first gods, like the first paintings on cave walls. Like I just think it's so cool to think that like there was always someone that was the first to invent it. Like that's just
Yeah, somebody was always the first to do something.
yeah, exactly. And I think that
And
is
now what do we have? A world where people go on social media and go first.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
That's
early.
And that's just like slapping that first bloody handprint on the cave wall. Being the first one to say first on a post.
It's so I'll see a video like on my feed, you know, and it'll be like 3 minutes after being posted, and there's already like 20 comments saying first,
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
and then the people under it are actually I was first, and it's just these random people arguing for what?
I mean, if I ever find myself putting first, my next stop will be a high bridge.
Dad!
And one step.
Dad!
Yeah.
Oh
I
my
will know
God.
that I have hit rock bottom. Apologies to all of you out there who feel inclined and compelled to write first when somebody makes a comment
really
and you're
do.
about to comment. All
Okay,
right.
right before we end this topic,
Actually, I don't really apologize to you. I don't understand you.
at the end of this, right before we end this topic, I'd like to give a little overview on the Mona Lisa. I will be reading off of AI Overview, so on Google, so
Wow.
let's hit it. The Mona Lisa was Lisa del Giocondo, an Italian noblewoman and wife of Florentine silk merchant Francesco del Giocondo, who is the subject of the famous portrait by Leonardo da Vinci. Born Lisa Giardini, 1479, she's also known as La Gioconda in Italian and La Gioconde in French. While she lived a relatively ordinary life with her husband and 6 children, the portrait she commissioned became the world's most famous painting after being acquired by King Francis of France, and later gaining global notoriety, thank you.
You're welcome.
Following a theft in 1911, identity. I don't think we have to go over that. I already said her name many times. Artist Leonardo da Vinci painted her portrait between approximately 1503 and 1519. Later history, the painting was acquired by King Francis and has been displayed at the Louvre Museum in Paris since 1797. Wow, the Louvre is old. Fame, the painting gained significant global recognition after it was stolen from the Louvre in 1911. A media sensation. Okay. There you go.
The Italian guy stole it. Just walked out with it. But that's, so it's famous for being famous.
Exactly.
Really. Like it's a precursor to today's glory and fame.
Yep.
Famous for being famous.
Yep.
All right, Kajang.
All right.
There we go. That's 2 segments. That's our longest segment ever.
Really? Mm-hmm. Nice.
Well, that's all right.
Next.
We'll have to bang this next one out.
Yeah, this one, I mean, it's not a very intricate conversation. It's just kind of fun.
I think it's a good one.
Why do people like concerts? I've only been to 2 in my whole entire life. Dua Lipa was my first concert. At the time I was going
Are
through...
you going to name drop now?
Yeah.
It's why do people not like concerts, not why did you like Dua Lipa?
Okay, well, I'm going to say it anyways.
Oh, my.
I went to Dua Lipa, who at the time I was in love with her music. Like, I listened to her every day. And then my second one from last year was Billie Eilish, and I'll never forget that night. Let's just say... Actually, let's just leave it there. Don't want to say anything to get us canceled.
There you go. Two bangers.
Loved that concert. And I still love Billie Eilish. All of her albums are on my liked playlist. That's why it has over...
Yes. She's very good.
I love her.
Why do people like concerts?
Why do people like concerts? Because they're fun, because they're entertaining. You can go with friends, you can go alone. And, I mean, usually if you're going to a concert, it doesn't even have to be someone you like. But now, considering how expensive the tickets are, it probably should be someone you like. Because why would you be spending hundreds of dollars to go see someone
that's those concerts too. Concerts run the gamut, man. There's concerts for 500 people. There's concerts that are in a pub or a bar. Like, it doesn't have to be some stupidity where you're spending $1,000 to go see somebody on a big screen and you need binoculars to see them for real.
There's this video of Billie Eilish or of Lady Gaga. She had this concert, and it was like a no phone concert. And there's this clip of her playing the piano, and she says, "Now, everyone knows this is a no-phone concert, but a couple of you brought them. You know who you are." And then she turns her neck to the person recording it. It's really funny. Just thought I'd mention that.
I think people like concerts. There's a community aspect to it, too. Like a real tribal thing. You get together and focus on one thing. And basically, it's like going to sports. You know, it's a big gathering, and instead of going to watch a hockey game or a ball game, or you're going to watch somebody perform, it's usually joyful, right? Yeah. Because people that are there all love the performer or the group, and I think that makes it super fun. Is the community? Everybody's having a good time together. It's like a big party, isn't it? For a lot of the times.
Hopefully, the next card I collect, the next concert card I collect, is Lana Del Rey. You know what, Lana Del Rey? If you're listening to this, don't be shy to send us concert tickets to your next tour. We would love that. Yeah. Don't be shy to hit up Toronto.
I'd go see Lana Del Rey, actually.
I would. If there was a white van that pulled up in front of our house and there's a big sign that said,
you're gonna say
free Lana Del Rey tickets or free Eminem tickets, I would run up to that van so fast. Faster than I've ever ran. Yeah. And I'd risk it.
And then the conversation would go something like this. Well, then the victim went up to the van. I think people like concerts because they can be awesome. And it's getting together and you see your favorite artist play live. There's something really cool about that. The person you're listening to in your head all the time is right there in front of you.
Yeah. Like at the Billie Eilish concert, we were probably like... We weren't that high up, but we weren't on the floor. And so I walked down the steps, and I was so close to her. Like, you know how sometimes you're far and you can't, like,
and
from
then she
here?
shook her head like this, and some sweat just, it flicked on me, or it was close here, anyhow. Right?
And from where we were sitting, I couldn't go and squish her. But from when, like, with my fingers, you know how when you, like, close one eye, you can...
People who might not know that, kids in the hall, squish. Hey, squish.
And... So I went down to the floor, or like the floor, and I could literally squish all of her. It was, no, just her head. That's how close I was to her. That's how close I was to her.
Why didn't you just call this segment, I am now going to talk about the Billie Eilish concert?
Because I thought that was too obvious.
Fair enough, man.
And then...
It's our podcast. You can talk about whatever you want.
And then, guess what?
What?
She let out confetti. A lot of people don't know this, but everyone knows I'm a Billie Eilish lover.
Well, they know now.
So, the confetti went off, and it was little bloches. It was so cute, and they were all, like, dark blue, because obviously it's the Hit Me Hard and Soft tour, and the main color of that album is dark blue. So they were, like, the color of the Hit Me Hard and Soft album cover. And there was some white confetti, too. I got it all. And so I keep it in the back of my phone case wherever I go.
And that's why people like concerts, because they get white confetti for their phone case. Yep. All right, they like concerts because they're fun.
Yeah, they're very fun.
And some people don't like concerts because there's just too many people, and they're not fun to them. I like concerts if it's somebody I really want to see, sweet. And if not, I wouldn't want to be 3,000 miles from a concert.
Exactly.
Fun. So we're going to go with fun because they're fun. Yep. All right, then.
There you have it. Oh, since we're on the topic of Billie Eilish.
I didn't think we were, but I guess we are.
This is how dedicated the Billie Eilish fans are.
You.
At the end
You're
of
a stan. You're a Billie Eilish
Yeah,
stan.
I am.
Yeah.
What of it? Yeah. There's this video, because after every concert, she goes out to the barricade and high-fives everybody. Mm-hmm. And that would be scary, especially if you're that big of a pop artist.
Yeah.
And she goes and people are like pulling on her shirt and stuff. Yeah. But someone took it too far a couple weeks ago. And someone like grabbed her and like fully pulled her. It was a man.
Yeah.
And so this woman, everyone's calling her the red bandana girl. She fully runs up to the guy and just starts like yelling at him. And
yeah, that's a shame because eventually somebody like Billie will stop doing that. Just
she
she'll
does
feel
this other
too
thing
threatened.
where it's so beautiful. When the party's over. Okay, I will speed it up right after this. We can finish. But when the party's over, she harmonizes with herself, so she records it and like just going and she does it over and over. And everyone, the whole crowd is supposed to stay silent. And everyone at our concert did. They were super good, and it turned out really well. But at a lot of concerts, well, one in particular, Philadelphia, someone yelled like 4 times, "I love you, Billie." And I don't know if they think that's going to get them brownie points with her, but it really isn't because she was not very happy. Let's just say that.
All right there.
Yeah.
Stan.
Also, the stage is really cool because it lights. It's like lights up and stuff. I like Bury a Friend. That one was pretty cool because there was fire everywhere. But Ocean Eyes is one of my favorites. So.
All right.
I wish she had played Haley's Comet.
Dude.
But they didn't. Well, she didn't. She also brings her childhood friends to the concerts to play with her.
That's cool.
Yeah. Now we are moving on to our segments, I guess. So we have Change Happens. I guess if you insist, I could answer this one first. Do you remember traveling for the first time?
You just lost your mind thinking about your dream world wife.
Do you remember traveling for the first time? That's a great question, Scout. Actually, I do not. The first time I really remember traveling, like the first solid memory I have of traveling, was when we came to Canada that one Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
That's like the very first memory I have of traveling. Like I remember getting up and going to see you on the airplane.
You turned 5 that Christmas.
Yep. So that's like the very first time that I have a memory of being on an airplane.
Right.
That's the first solid memory I have of one. Then I have one of me and Mom going to California together. Mm-hmm. So I have those are the 2 solid memories I have of traveling for the very first time ever. So that's mine, and I liked it. Like whenever we were going to Canada, I liked it because I thought it was cool. Like
yeah, super exciting.
Yeah, just because I knew we were going somewhere new, and like I knew we were gonna see family, and I was just very, very excited. So that's the first time I remember traveling ever, really.
That's a big thing, man. Big change. It's a big change in your life to realize that you can cover that kind of distance like you can go somewhere completely different. I mean, we were coming from Mexico,
going to a Canadian winter,
Vallarta, which is eternally 90 degrees, into the heart of a Canadian winter.
Yeah, like that was
a significant change.
Yeah, that's the
your first time in the snow.
I remember. Yeah, that was my first time in the snow. That was a lot of my first times.
Yeah, we went tobogganing.
Seeing my family, like Dana and everyone. First time going, tobogganing.
Yeah, it was the first time some people saw you.
Snowman.
I mean, a lot of people, my sisters, grandma and grandpa, they had seen you when you were small.
But I remember meeting Dana for the first time and like how I just automatically loved her. Because I was like, oh my God, this is literally like my family. Like this is a big version of me. Like we can do everything together. Like this is so exciting. She can drive me around and then the first memory I have that's like very solid in my head of being in Canada that trip, because I have so many memories of that trip, but this is like the very specific one, was when Madish and I stayed over at Anita's house, and Dana and Madish and I had a sleepover, and we built a fort, and we had so much junk food. We had like Twizzlers, and we had like 3 Cokes. Yeah. And I think we watched Captain America, actually. Yeah, that was very fun. So yeah, what about you?
Traveling for the first time, I guess it would have to have been a car trip. I wouldn't even be able to specify what age or anything, but it would have been one of our trips in the old station wagon down
you guys went to Florida, right?
Yeah, we went to Florida, Myrtle Beach, and we'd go pretty much every year for a while. We took a trip down south into Merca.
That's a long drive.
Yeah.
Florida's down there.
It took a few days. We'd break it up over a few days. I mean,
you'd stay in motels and stuff, hotels?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and we'd stop at places south of the border. This thing was a imitation Mexican village. Yeah. Early on, I was in love with Mexico. And then it was fun, man. But mostly my memories of those trips were the actual car trips. That was the part that would stick out to me most. I mean, we went to Treasure Island one time in Florida and south, and it was quite a bit more south than we would normally go. Mm-hmm. And we all got burned to a crisp, except for my mom, because she'd always stay covered up.
Yeah.
Because she's British, and when having a tan from her time was actually not a good thing. It meant you were a worker, kind of, you know. That's part of it anyhow. And also she was just smart enough to know not to do this. And so the rest of us, oh my God, we got burned. And the next day all of us were in the hotel room in our various beds, and just with her slathering creams and stuff on us. We were all so badly burned. But it's the car trips I remember, the car trips, and Heather sitting in the front seat on top of a bunch of books between my mom and dad, and we called her the egg because we could only see the top of her head. And then the station wagon, and the best spot was if you could get in the back of the station wagon, you would make a little cubby inside the luggage, and you'd just be stuffed in there and looking out the rear. Like, this was before anybody cared
I'm sure
about.
You got it a lot.
This was before anybody cared about seatbelts or anything.
Yeah.
Well, but it was nice because then the back seat usually only had two in it, also sometimes you had to give Heather a break. So yeah, just that part of just the actual driving.
Yeah, that is nice.
Yeah. And it's same thing too. It was like, whoa, man, there's so much more to the world than, Bramalea.
Yeah.
Like there's a big, huge world out there. That's the thing from my first time traveling, that it made me realize, like, whoa, there's so many cool things to see. So I never stopped from then wanting to see what there was to see. Yeah. All right. That was a good one, Irish.
Yeah. Moving on to our second and last segment of the day, we have weirdness. I'm going to stick to my animal theme right now and go ahead and say beluga whales. Because often people put them in the dumb category, but they're actually not as dumb as you would think they are. Actually, let me fact check that really quick. Are beluga whales...
But what is this, a weirdness? Why are they weird?
Have you seen them?
Yeah, they got that weird, so it's how they look you think is weird.
Yeah.
To me, they kind of look like they're like the bottlenose dolphin. Isn't that a similar looking creature? Only they're way bigger. Yeah, they. You know what? It's cool about beluga whales is they have kind of a neck. Like they have a flexible neck, so their head can move. That's very unusual in the fish world, right?
Yep.
Most fish, if to turn to look, they have to shift their whole body.
Yeah, they basically have to turn.
Yeah, exactly. Like they're one piece. Whereas the beluga whale has a kind of almost a human-like ability to move its neck. Which, to me, that's weird. So there you go. That's my weird of a whale, beluga whale.
When I first watched Finding Nemo, you know how, like, the beluga whale is he kind of talks slow. So in my head, I always kind of pin them as, like, not being the brightest creatures out there. But then I looked it up one day because I was interested. I just thought to myself, beluga whales. They're actually extremely intelligent. Like how dolphins are intelligent, they're around that level. Like they're very intelligent creatures. So I don't know, and I just think they look weird too.
They're not overwhelmingly large either. I think they're probably one of the smaller whales, right?
Yeah, they're not very big at all.
15 feet or something. They're not insanely big, I don't think.
Yeah.
Not compared to. Yeah, no. They're not a very big whale. But yeah, they are odd looking for sure.
Yeah, I just think they're, I don't know, I just think they're weirdly cool. So that's my weirdness.
They are weirdly cool. I find a lot of things in the ocean are spectacularly weird and awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's just so completely not us, right? Like everything on land, not everything, but so much that's on land has this kind of a four-limb basis. Like even birds mostly have two legs and two wings, which are kind of like arms, right?
Yeah.
Like everything sort of has that vibe. We're all kind of that related, everything that's on land. Whereas in the ocean, it's just all bets are off, man. There's just every kind of weirdness and shape and form, like from something like these whales to squids and giant squids and then crustaceans, and it's just all a seahorse. Like it's amazing. That was the best thing about diving, is just seeing, you'd see a little seahorse like 2 inches high, then you'd see an eel, and then you'd see a barracuda, and then there'd be a shark, and then there'd be a sea turtle. All of these things are completely different in structure and the way they move, the way they go through life. Like
whenever I went snorkeling in Baja, I actually just hovered on just dipped my head in the water. But I saw, this is when I got out, because I was like, nope, not happening. But there was an eel swimming around a starfish, and I looked at them for a second. It didn't click in my head yet, but I was looking at them. I was like, wow, those are two very different looking animals. And then it clicked, and I was like, that is an eel.
Yeah.
And I got out of there faster than I ever have before.
Yeah. It's amazing, man. It's amazing. Eels are kind of creepy for sure.
Yeah.
And then stingrays, like they're flopping down on I loved watching them. Yeah. They settle in the sand.
They're beautiful.
They are beautiful. Yeah.
Like the way they move, it's like so flowy and they move like water.
Very, very beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. There's much that is weird and wonderful down there for sure.
Definitely.
All right, there Miss Kajang. Yeah, there you guys have it. Now you know.
Yeah, episode 51. I'd say that was one of my favorites to ever film or record.
Yeah, definitely. You like that one?
I really like that one.
I did too. That was a good episode. It was well spaked.
What?
Spaken. Well spaken.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. It might be a word somewhere.
Maybe.
He doth spake.
Speaking.
Oh, you're trying to bust out some of Madish's German.
Yeah.
He's getting pretty crafty with the German, man.
Yeah, he looks at me and just stares at me dead in the eye and says something in German. Yeah, and when I look at him like he's crazy, he's like, whoa, what?
I'm going to have to start doing some work here.
Yeah, me too. I'm going to have to pick up the pace on my German.
That's where we're going to start anyhow, part of that. Yeah, and you're going to start learning guitar. Nice.
I know.
All right, I love you very much. Episode the 51st, as you said, as you spake.
As I spake previously, as I'd spoken previously.
Kajang. You're all right, man. I don't care what the other kids say.
Appreciate it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I appreciate you. See ya.
I love you.
I love you.
Next time.
Mm-hmm.